know how to start this video. And I'm not even going to try to make the video presentable, like, just welcome to my house, and whatever. Because you know what, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. And what truly matters is that I've used this platform as a way to put what I'm feeling into words and get it out away from me so that I can process it. And therefore, that's what we're going to do today. And I don't know what I'm going to say in this video. And to be honest, if you don't want to watch it, I understand. It is not well planned out. I am literally just going to talk. I want to preference it. I'm not even going to do an intro. Like, that's where we are. Like, it's just, I need to just, I guess, just word vomit. I want to preference it by saying that my heart is very heavy today. And my heart goes out to the staff and community and students and teachers and families of Nashville and the people that are affected. I also want to preference it by saying that I'm not here to preach a political statement. I'm not here to stand firm on one side or the other. Because I don't like politics. I feel that politics brings out the worst in people, and that while there are good politicians, a lot of them are very crooked and they're out for their own gains, and they hurt a lot of people in the process. And I'm not someone who understands politics or the government, and I'm not here to say that I do. So I'm not here to get on one platform or another. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to release what I'm feeling and get it out so that I can process how I'm feeling. First and foremost, I'm a teacher. So anytime that something like this happens, particularly when it happens in a state close to us, it puts you back into that mindset of how easily and quickly life can change. I think as teachers, we can sometimes get complacent, and we plan and we plan and we plan, and sometimes, sorry, my phone was out of storage and it was just like, oh, we're done. Okay. So get into this mindset that we plan and we plan and we plan, and the worst doesn't happen. Thank God, because God forbid if it did. But the worst doesn't happen, and we start to go through our day and we get complacent, and we start thinking, not me, not my school, not my students, not my room. And we forget how easily that can shift to not my room, not my school, to why me? Why us? Why my room? Why my school? And things can so quickly go sideways very fast. And I can't imagine as a parent sending my child to the place that should be safe. School used to be one of the most guaranteed safest places in the world, churches were the same way. And sending my child, my 9-year-old child, into school, dropping them off in the car line, putting them on the bus that morning, and them not coming home. At least not the same way they left. I'm just here to remind you that teachers are human beings. We are real people with real feelings. We are not robots. As much as people want us to be, we are not robots. We are not uncaring, mindless people. We're people. And we teach tiny humans, tiny little human beings that are also real people with real feelings and real emotions. And I never thought I'd get to the shift of, instead of me having that thought in the back of my mind when I tell Mark goodbye in the morning, that there's always that small little thought that with his job being in law enforcement, he may not come home. I never thought we'd get to that shift where he now has that same thought. Because I'm a teacher. I'm not trained to be a hero in the aspect that first responders are heroes. I'm not trained to save lives. I'm not trained to handle an active shooter situation. As I said at the beginning, I'm not here to start a political platform, because a lot of what's being yelled at this point is banning guns, banning guns, banning guns. I can't 100% support that. I am trained to have a concealed carry weapon. I carry that with me for my protection. My husband is in law enforcement. Guns come with that. Guns are a part of our lives. It's there. We have guns. He has a gun. He has a concealed carry. I have a concealed carry. The only thing I will say that will probably still make some people mad, depending on who watches this, is that my gun sits in my purse. And it has sat in my purse for a long time. And it has not shot anyone. And I think that's important to remember. But as I said, I'm not here to put a political statement into the air, because I can see the teacher's standpoint of being angry, because I'm angry. I'm hurting. Because I teach 7 and 8-year-olds. That is just 1 year less than these kids, these babies, that didn't get to come home. I know why people are angry. I know why people are hurting. But I also know the other side of it. And I'm very much in a very, I see both sides person. So I'm not here to sit here and say that I have the solution. I am one person. I am one person in one little small town in the middle of the United States. That's it. But I do know that something has to give. We cannot keep going the way we're going with this happening. Yesterday, I was riding down the road with Mark. And on the radio, they were talking about the shooting that happened yesterday. And it came up and he said that in just 2023, there have been 19 shootings in a school or a university. It is March 28th, 2023. It is just barely at the end of the third month, and there have been 19 shootings at a school or a university. That's not even counting the countless ones that have happened in the past few years. Something has to give. And I don't know the solution, but I do know that your teacher friends are hurting. We are hurting for our babies. We are angry for the fact that nothing's being done. We are sad and we are heartbroken for these families. And I was sitting at recess yesterday when I pulled up my phone and I saw the headline that had just happened. It had just happened within the last 45 minutes to an hour. And I'm sitting out at recess and I look out on the playground at all these kids. And it puts that back into perspective of, instead of not me, why me? I don't know the solution. I don't know. All I know is that every single teacher out there has thought about the layout of their classroom. They have thought about, where will I put my kids to protect them? They have thought about the fact of, what can I use as a weapon? What can I use to defend my kids? They've also thought about the fact of, how long can I stand there and basically body block my kids to protect them as much as I can? If you ask any teacher right now, I can assure you that they have at least considered once or twice what they would do in an active shooter situation. I don't know what the solution is, but I do know that it's got to stop. It's got to stop. It's got to stop. My heart goes out to Nashville. I pray for peace and understanding for them. And I also pray that this country can figure something out and make some decisions and change something so that this endless violence against our kids and our teachers and our staff stops. I don't know what the correct solution is. All I know is that there's always going to be evil in this world. And there's always going to be bad people in this world. And no matter what you do, they're still going to go and try to do things. But something's got to give. I just hope that you're all safe. And I want you to know that you're all loved and appreciated. And I'm proud of you if no one's told you that today. And I love you. And you're doing good things. All I ask is that you remember your teacher friends, because they are struggling a lot. And we just need all the love and compassion and prayers that we could possibly get right now. Pray for our country. Pray that God makes a move in this country. Pray for our world. And pray for Nashville.